Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Structures in the Marine Environment Conference 2025. My name is Dickon Howell, and I run Howell Marine Consulting, and as a team, I want to say it's me that does it, but it's not, it's my team that does it. We run the INSITE programme and VALMAS as well, so it's great to welcome you here today. It's a pleasure to open this year's event, bringing together researchers, developers, policymakers and environmental experts who are shaping the future of our ocean. We meet at a time of profound transformation in our seas, and as we accelerate the transition to clean energy, scale up offshore wind and marine renewables and begin to dismantle oil and gas infrastructure, we're fundamentally reshaping the seabed and the water column. Each new structure, whether an operating turbine, a decommissioned jacket or an artificial reef, brings with it ecological, social and economic implications. This is also an exciting time for the INSITE programme. We're kicking off our third phase, made up of a partnership with NERC to support the VALMAS programme, which is going to be looking at not just the natural science, but the social and economic implications of offshore structures. And we're commissioning a suite of projects in our own right. This conference is about making sense of all that complexity. It's about understanding how structures interact with marine life, how they influence seabed dynamics, and how we can design, repurpose or remove them in ways that support biodiversity, climate resilience and sustainable use of the sea. We'll be hearing over the next 2 days from leading scientists studying the ecological footprint of artificial structures, from colonisation and connectivity to displacement and disturbance. We'll also hear from regulators and policy legal experts grappling with questions around liability, ownership, and the emerging responsibilities associated with leaving structures in situ. And I think for the first time at a SIME conference, we've got a session completely dedicated to cultural, social and economic implications of structures, which is really exciting, and I think that's our first one. So we'll explore how platform and foundation design influences fish and invertebrate communities, whether decommissioned structures can act as blue carbon stores, the role of artificial reefs in ecosystem recovery, and looking around how cumulative effects are modelled at different scales. And of course, we'll examine the policy frameworks. OSPAR, the UK Marine Strategy, the Clean Power Action Plan, net gain or nature positive requirements that are starting to reshape what's expected of developers, regulators and the research community alike. This conference is also about collaboration. The challenges we face, climate change, biodiversity loss, energy security, demand a systems level response. And structures in the marine environment sits right at the intersection of these issues. They're no longer just assets or liabilities, they're part of a wider ecological and social network. So let's use this opportunity to share ideas, challenge assumptions, and forge partnerships that can deliver better outcomes for nature, industry, and society. I'm going to give a thank you at the beginning to all our speakers and organisers and the INSITE Industry Executive Committee for funding this for us. Thank you for bringing your insight, your evidence and your imagination to today. I'm looking forward to a really good 2 days of discussion.